Hey guys, welcome to this unique freedom fishing video. I've got a fishing area in my garage. Got my rod holder, got a couple of racks there. One of them I made, little sofa table, my nets. This sign my wife made 4 years ago. We were married September 12, 1987. This picture right here, one of my managers made for me, Christy, a beautiful painting of a redfish tailing. I made this display for old antique lures that I have a few of, and just some unique things. Live at 712, that is a foundation I started years ago to support single moms raising children. Live it means to live your faith in all you do, and 712 is representing Matthew 7:12, to treat people how you want to be treated. So this is my fishing area, and as you can see, it's rather organized, but it's a little sloppy. And our warehouse is closing down. We're actually moving our warehouse to another facility, a newer facility, bigger facility. And this old cabinet was there, and we were going to get rid of it. And I saw this and thought to myself, man, this could be really cool. This could replace some of my shelving. And so you see these shelves can come out, so I can have deeper spaces. So I'm going to do a video of me redoing my fishing space. I thought some of you might think that's cool, and if not, I'll just have this recorded for myself, but it's a really, really cool piece. I'm going to spray paint the sides of it navy, and the inside I think I'm going to do black. So I've got some cool ideas for it. I'm going to do a time lapse of me redoing this piece. I am not Mr. Fix-It. That is not something I'm good at. So this is very unique for me to be doing something like this, but I thought this would be kind of cool. Hopefully you enjoy this. If not, click and go find somebody else and watch go watch Fish or Hollow catch a fish or something. But I'm kind of excited about doing this. So thanks for joining Freedom Fishing, guys. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Also, something else my wife has done for me. She made this shirt for me, a t-shirt. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Got the Freedom Fishing logo. Might make some of these. These are pretty inexpensive. And who knows, maybe we'll give some of these away sometime. But that'd be a good shirt to do the painting in. All right, we're going to turn the time lapse on, and I'm going to see what I can do. Thanks for joining. Well, you just finished watching the time lapse. There it is right there. I did black and I did a midnight blue. See the side here, I did a midnight blue. I didn't do a great job of it. There's some runs in it, but I don't really care. It's just in my garage. I did a black inside. I thought the brown shells would give it the contrast I wanted. So there's the cabinet finished. I got to figure out, I got a hanging rod here I'm going to do something fun with. Got this pocket here for stuff. I got to figure what to do with that, but it came out. I really like it. It's not done, obviously. Now I'm going to start moving in over here. I'm going to time lapse, pulling the stuff out, pushing this cart in here. It's going to go right in here, and then putting my stuff back inside of it. So we'll see in a few minutes after I get through with that part. Well, there's the finished product. Tell me what you think about how it came out. I'm really happy with it. I'm not good at this stuff. I rush everything. I don't take my time. I did the midnight blue, like I told you earlier, with the black, and then I knew the tan shells would help that. Well, really cool industrial piece. And so I've got my rod holder here, a Cascade. I think I bought that thing. I think my wife bought it for me as a gift, actually. Got the flag, not touching the floor, of course. My pier net. I've got my fly rod that I bought about 8 or 9 years ago in Atlanta. I've never used that fly rod. I have a really old, cheap one. I'm self-taught. I have literally never opened and used that fly rod. That will happen in 2024 on the channel. Got my Christy Greaves sign. She made me. Thank you, Christy. It's awesome. I love that thing. Live at 712 I talked about earlier. Just a little painting that I think is really cool. And then this is my everyday fishing. There's my fishing bag that I use, my backpack. Little secret, I think I'm getting a new one for Christmas. Yeah, this one's pretty beat up. My my measuring board, my everyday bait buckets, my everyday boots that I wear every day. And I had the idea to put this picture up to kind of hide that. That's just miscellaneous tackle. Got an 80-pound leader spool there, some 20-pound braid, and just some offshore stuff that I bought that I haven't used yet, that I'm going to go offshore more next year. So I thought, I'm going to put this picture here and kind of hide that miscellaneous cabinet. My kayak stuff, mostly stuff I use when I use my kayak. Here's my kayak, by the way. There's my Hobie Lynx kayak over here. I need to find a way to store that. My boots, my bigger boots. Those are my everyday boots, and then these are my, if I'm going to go land-based fishing, I'm going to use my cows. My kayak crate, and then some miscellaneous. And this is my wife's dad's old tackle box. I just kept that. He passed away many years ago, and I just kept that in memory of him. So there's the cabinet. An old hat that I used when I used to have a kayak called the Kingfisher. Of course, my last name is King, and that hat, I just like that hat. I found this anchor not long ago in one of my episodes, and I tied that up there. I think it looks cool with the red and the blue, and maybe I'll use it one day. And then here's the old antiques. These are some older lures. They're not antiques. They're just older lures. Some of them are pretty old. This is my grandpa. My grandpa had these old coins. There's just an old hook holder from Niagara, fish hook holder. Some stuff that that I bought, and some stuff that my wife's dad had. Lighthouses reminded me of my mom, who passed away years ago. I'll tell you a quick story about my mom. Hosmer Mechanical Frog Lure. She bought this lure. She went to a yard sale. Grew up very poor. My mom went to a yard sale, which we did a lot of as kids. But this was later in life. She bought this Hosmer Mechanical Frog Lure, and for $1 at a yard sale. And she dug through the box and found the original box that it comes in, and asked the guy how much the box was. He said, "You can have it all for $1." I lived in Charleston, South Carolina. My mom lived in Tampa, and she called me and she says, "Greg, I've got this old lure I bought for $1 at a yard sale, and I put it on eBay." She's trying to make extra money. Again, she was poor. She was in her early 60s when this happened, late 50s. She always was poor. She said, "I've got it on eBay for $9.99, and I paid $1 for it, and it's at $700. And people are emailing me telling me they'll give me $2,500 if I stop the auction right now." So again, she's in Tampa, I'm in Charleston. She called me. I said, "Mom, don't do anything. Let me do some research." I pick up the phone and I call a guy in Michigan, and I said, "Hey, we've come across this fishing lure. It's a Hosmer Mechanical Frog Lure. We're just kind of curious how much that thing is worth." This guy in Michigan says, "Oh, you're talking about the one that's on eBay right now, aren't you?" I knew something was up, and that guy knew about this lure. $5,200. She paid $1 for it, sold it for $5,200. Amazing story. And I think one reason I kind of like these older lures, not to mention I like the fishing. I've been showing you, I got Sam Flea rig. Here's my everyday net, my bait net. And if I ever use my fly rod net, and I talked about my wife and I's anniversary, she made this for us years ago. And I'm going to end the video with this. If the tomb is empty, anything is possible. So this is a little chalkboard I got at church this week. I go to Church of 1122. And I'm going to use this board as a PB board. I don't have any chalk with me today, but I'm going to write PBs on here. And I'm going to fill it out. My largest redfish is 42 inches. My largest snook is 35. My largest flounder is 25. My largest trout is 25. So I'm going to start keeping track of my PBs on that board. I think that'll be kind of fun. A fun thing to do, which I've never done before. I've never documented my PBs. So there it is, finished, completed. Here's my rods, by the way, real quick. Really cheap offshore rod. Joey Sea Squatch made fun of me when he saw me with this. I paid like $150 for that, or $120 for it. I don't offshore much. May invest in some more here in the future, but here's my bait runner, my Shimano, my inshore rod, 2,500, 3,000, 4,000. Then I've got some old surf rods that I bought when I got here, and then I've got a really light ugly stick back there that's a bass rod when I fish the ponds in the area. So there's my rod holder thing and all my different rods. So completed, finished. Hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Something different and unique. And there's the finished product. I'm really happy with it. I got to clean up my garage because I made a mess. But thank you guys for watching so much. Thanks for just supporting me on the channel. I've had such a good time. Please like and subscribe and share, and God bless. Merry early Christmas.